with every season comes a new anime to pique everyone's interests. Last year, at the end, it was Jujutsu Kaisen's second season, moving straight into Freerun, and then onto Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is an interesting show which circulates around the rule of cool, with its main direction being consistently building up to and then administering a payoff. For example, the first couple of episodes, spoiler warning, I can't talk about what I want to about this show without spoiling things, so spoiler warning, if you want to watch it, go watch it. Now, back to the example I was about to talk about. For example, the first couple of episodes. The first episode quickly builds up to, oh, something's gonna happen, and then in the next episode, the thing happens. You get the crazy thing with the statues, and that lasts the entire episode. Now, I have some problems with this show. I enjoyed it, and it was cool. It completely it did a good job at sticking to that rule of cool and keeping itself interesting, mostly. But I've got a few complaints, and I do definitely think it was a bit overrated, more than a bit maybe. And while it was good, it fell into quite a few contrivances. As I mentioned, it's consistently a couple of episodes building up to something and then the payoff. But to me, it's already started to get a little bit stale. Because the build-up is always, oh, a thing's gonna happen, and the payoff is always, oh, I forgot, this world doesn't like weak people, but I'm getting stronger, and now I'm gonna do the cool thing, and then he does the cool thing. I think every time that there has been the payoff, there has been the same quote, or a very similar quote about how, the world doesn't like the weak, the weak don't survive, and I have to get stronger, rah. Which is getting a bit boring. I do think they managed to mostly avoid it in the final payoff, but even then, there was a scene, it was a cooler scene, it was done differently from the other times, so it gets a pass with him speaking to his past self about how, he's still weak inside. That's different slightly, so that one gets a pass, but all the other times where he's like, strong, I need to be stronger because people... And another problem I have with this show is that people have spoken quite a bit about, finally, a smart main character. Is he though? One of the examples that really annoyed me is, yes, he's made some pretty good decisions at most points, and decisions that it kind of made sense to make even if they were bad decisions, like going into the double dungeon at the start. He needed the money, or things were going to go bad. He didn't know things were going to go as bad as they did. That was an understandable bad decision, and logical, that could be a smart decision still. However, there's this point where, having quite clearly, made it clear to himself, I'm not this strong yet, etc., he gets access to a key. Now the key specifically says it's an S-rank item. And I forget exactly the words, but it's something like the gates of hell, or something like that. And now, what I would think a smart character would do would be like, sick, this is a S-rank place, I'm about as strong as C or B right now. Sick, I will get more powerful and this will be crazy to do when I'm powerful enough. Instead he just goes straight there and I'm like, okay, because he doesn't know if he's just going to be able to come back in. I guess he can, and he does. But he didn't, how would he know that? The key disappears. Unless something off screen was where he realized, if I leave during using this stone then I can come back in. I would have thought that he would assume, once I go in once, if I leave and it's gone. But anyway, goes in, there's an enemy that's too strong for me, who he does manage to beat on a whim, after having the stone to let him leave knocked out of his hand. A thing which they do 2 times, in 2 different parts, where they're like, he has this smart thing, but look, it's not him being dumb and not using it, he can't use it because it got knocked out of his hand. the same exact thing happened twice. By that point, it's just stop having Butterfingers. What's this? It's not, oh, look, though, he's smart because he's not deciding to leave. No, he just dropped the blooming thing. And I think the main issue that I have with Solo Leveling is the characters and character development, or the lack thereof. There are very few characters that I can sort of name their characteristics. There is main character. His characteristic is, this world doesn't like weak people, but I need to get stronger. That's his characteristic. Honestly, he doesn't have that much of a character. It's kind of, you know, for a main character, you want to give him a bit more maybe, but I don't know, it might go somewhere eventually. Main characters usually take longer to develop, and if he's still being this same thing, it's only been 12 episodes? I'll give that a pass. What I don't give a pass is all of the side characters who each get like 5 minutes-ish of screen time. Like, the lady he's with at the start, which is introduced probably as a love interest, and then her story arc is that she can heal people, and then she gets traumatized, and then she has PTSD, and then she leaves. And her characterization was, she probably likes the main character, and now PTSD, and now bye-bye. The strong characters, the S-class characters, you're usually introduced to them, and in other shows you'd be introduced to them slowly, they'd be given proper backstory, proper built up before you see their cool powers, and that'd be crazy. In this, they're shown, you see them, they maybe exchange a couple of random lines, one of them punches something and it makes it's loud and earthquakey, which is cool, but I don't know anything about this character, so I don't really care. And then there's this whole emphasis on, this is the opening scene of the first episode is about a raid that went bad on an island, or a dungeon break on an island. Great. The whole thing that some of the S-classes want to do is reclaim that island. Great. That could be great. But I don't care about any of these S-class characters. They haven't been built up. Hell, one of the more built-up characters is this, like, leader of one of the guilds. But he's not going because he's old. He's like, yeah, I'm just not going to go on this raid, so it's fine. And then the leader of the raid is one of the S-class heroes, and his characterization is also PTSD, but he wears glasses. And in every scene that he is in, he is legally obligated to push the glasses up. There is literally a point where 2 scenes in a row, he pushes his glasses up onto his nose in the second to last episode or the last episode, where they're leaving to get ready to go on this raid, because it hasn't happened yet. But there is a scene of him in this office where it ends with him pushing his glasses up. And then he leaves and walks towards his helicopter, and as he does, he pushes his glasses. I'm just saying, he needs new glasses. They need the like pads changed, because if they're slipping down the nose that easy, you need some new ones. At the end of the day, it's not bad. I've been watching it. It's cool. The animation's pretty good. I don't think it's groundbreaking, but it's good. I couldn't do anywhere near it, obviously, but I couldn't do anything near anything. I probably couldn't, like, I would struggle animating someone waving right now. So it's good. It's good animation. It's above the sort of normal class. But it's still nothing like, the other seasonal anime we've got so much. And the one thing that I'm wondering is just why this has the amount of hype that it does. Because it's cool. But it's already losing my attention. And it can't match up to things like JJK Season 2 and Frieren, because it's just not on the same level. Which is why I don't understand why this gets to be so hyped. I guess all I'm saying is there are better shows out there, and I don't think this deserves all of the praise that it's gotten. It is good, I'm sure moving forwards, a lot of these problems will be fixed. Like characterization, I'm sure characters will get more development. If they don't, I will just drop the show because it needs some characters. It's got there's a rich kid, and his characterization is I'm rich and my family's rich, and I want to do things. So it needs to develop some characters. It needs to stop doing a couple of episodes and then pay off with the payoff being, I forgot the world doesn't like weak people. I need to be stronger. And then you can keep with the rule of cool, just change it up a little bit. I don't hate this show, it is a good show. I want to make that clear. I just don't think it's phenomenal. But yeah, I'm enjoying doing some of these sort of anime review ones. I've got quite a few other hot takes that I'd like to throw out. I don't actually know, I haven't researched everything everyone thinks about this anime. Just from what I have seen online, everyone seems to love it, and I don't quite get that same amount of hype. But there are a lot of things that I don't sync well with me, because crazy, different people think different things. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I got a lot more things to talk about, and at the moment also, if you're interested, I am doing an art challenge. This whole year I'm trying to do a day of learning art. A day? Well, so I'm just trying to spend some time every day learning art, doing art, to try and improve to the point where I can actually start some projects that I'm really excited to actually get going on, but I need to get the skills before I get going. So yeah, anyway, if you want to check that out, check out my channel, give it a little subscribe, give all of my videos likes, like every single one, comment on every single one, give me all of the engagement you can. And yeah, I've got some big things in the works. I don't have any date as to when they'll be done, but eventually. And also, I'm just, happy to keep making this stuff, so seeing those numbers go up gives me that little boost to keep doing it, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you look forward to more of this kind of video in the future, because I'm definitely going to do more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.